Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to Akim and Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled Herbs and Prayer, the True Medicine. Alright, and this one kind of came to me while I was taking my supplements earlier. Alright, I'm trying to get back on track with taking them. Still, right, getting over whatever this thing was, and I think it was the thing we can't mention. Alright, because that's what my boss ended up having, so I'm just assuming that's what it was. This shit's not natural at all, man. Okay, it doesn't act like a normal illness. Okay, that's all we're gonna say about it. But, still getting over it. It's, we're 95% there. It comes and goes, with, just feeling, ran down sometimes and just, tired or, pains come and go. So last night I went out to grab some things, and just for herbal health, for health in general. All right, I went to Sprouts. And I had to grab some things. I got this stuff called fire cider, which I was planning on making. I just never got around to it because you need real horseradish, okay, and a bunch of other ingredients that I just I never ended up getting to the full extent. I think Did I make a little bit? I can't remember if I made a little bit. I might have made a little bit. I don't remember exactly. This is the one I had saved in my phone. And you can do a lot of different things with it. But basically what fire cider is, we can just go with this one. Chopped garlic, white onions, ginger, horseradish root. The hottest peppers available. The bottle that I have has habanero in it. Okay, and then 2 to 3 cups of raw apple cider vinegar, which mine has as well. We can actually go and look up which one I got. Sprouts. Mine is none of these. Mine comes in a little bit different bottle. I've seen this one though. I think, or one of these ones, but it's not that. Let me see. No, I'll go tell you which one it is. No, this puts me in Scottsdale for some reason. I guess it's good though, so y'all ain't know where. This is the one I got right here. I've been taking these too, these Vive Organic Wellness Shots. I took the elderberry one. The wife just today took this one. I think that's wrong one. This one, it's the one with turmeric in it. I think it's that one. And I've been taking a couple of these. I think it was this one right here. This is the turmeric one. I've taken a couple different ones. I don't know what the first one I got was. I think it had cayenne or something. I think that's the one she took, maybe one of these. I think it was Vive brand though. This is the one, yeah, cayenne. This one, woo boy, that'll get you. This one right here will get you, bro. Get one of those. It's got the cayenne, ginger, and turmeric in it. Man, that's a pack a punch. All right, and then this is what I end up buying. It's $20 for a bottle. It's it's a decent size. It's about it's a little bit smaller than your average water bottle. It's like cut off the top, and then you probably have right about the same size. How many ounces? 8. Okay, so 8 ounces. So about the size of a can of soda then, or a canned drink or something. So this has got, what has it got in it? It's got raw apple cider vinegar, honey, horseradish, onions, ginger root, lemon juice, garlic, turmeric, thyme, rosemary, habanero, peppers, hyssop. We're going to touch on that. Hyssop, burdock root, and dandelion root. Okay? So remember this word hyssop, all right? Keep that in mind. Now, there's some other things I got as far as just like herbal, like an herbal toothpaste, all right? So, and stuff like that, because you can get even Apostle Tahar was talking about it, like that stuff on your tongue, you get candida. Well, I was using too many cough drops, and then they have sugar in those, and then lo and behold, now I have to fight that off, which is that's basically a form of a bacteria that will form for too much sugar. Okay, so you got to, there's a lot of different things, that you got to keep track of your body, because you put one thing in it and then you're all fucked up now. And see, about the candida, and some people say, oh, that's embarrassing. Well, I'm gonna talk about it because Apostle Tahar has talked about it, and he talks about his health. So what causes that was the cough drops, having sugar in them, and then I was drinking pretty much exclusively Gatorades, okay, for the electrolytes, and that's just sugar and sugar, and I don't ever really intake that much sugar at all at once. I'm usually drinking sparkling waters, which don't contain any sugar. And hey, that sugar, man, it'll get you. It'll get you, and it probably shouldn't have had that much sugar when I'm sick, because that's just feeding it. But so now what I'm drinking is right next to me. I got a bottle of water that's got chlorophyll in it, and I'll show you the bottle I get for that. This is the exact one, I think. Nope, it's this one right here. This is the one I get. World Organics, liquid chlorophyll, 100 milligrams. That's what it's got in it. It's got isotonic water solution, organically grown alfalfa leaves, and kosher vegetable glycerin. All that stuff. So I think that should be the one I have. Yeah, that's the one I have. Yep, I just looked over at it because I still have it on the shelf. So that's the one I get. And you can get a couple different things. Other supplements I take is they sell it at Sprouts. You can get a rosemary pills. What'd you call it? Rosemary capsules. That's the exact brand right there. I have that one sitting on the shelf too. So I get these rosemary. All right, they're vegan capsules. All right, so you can have them. They don't have no gelatin or pork in them. That we know of. All right, you can get those. And the other thing I take is bee pollen. And it's let's see if I can find the brand. It's one of these. Comes in a bottle like this. I don't think it's this one. Let me see. Oh, it's something along those lines. That might actually even be the one. But it's just bee pollen, and it's supposed to be, if you look up the benefits for bee pollen. It's good for your immune system, right? It says ease allergies and protect the liver from effects of some toxins. It's claimed to lower cholesterol, reduce hardening of the arteries, improve metabolism, and increase hormone levels. I guess it's considered a superfood. Bee pollen is one of the magical superfoods. It says, side effects. Ignore that shit. Here it is. Anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Promotes wound healings. It's antimicrobial. Help, wound infections. There's a lot of stuff. Reduce the side effects of chemotherapy. Improves allergies. There's a lot of different stuff, man. A lot of different stuff. I'd like to get some turmeric, but I just can't justify the price. So usually when I use turmeric, I use it in the form of I put it in teas. So that's what I usually do, because if you get turmeric tablets, those things are expensive as hell. But I've ran my mouth too much. All right, we're talking about this because Ecclesiastes 38:4-7, right? It all came to mind through the Spirit, because I was taking my chlorophyll, taking my fire cider, my bee pollen, my rosemary, right? And it came through the Spirit. So Ecclesiastes 38:4-7, it says, verse 4, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. All right, and abhor means to hate. Okay, if you look up the word abhor, okay, abhor, regard with disgust and hatred. Okay, so a lot of people, that natural medicine shit, that natural medicine shit. You know, well, natural medicine is natural. All right, that's the way it was in nature. That's the natural way. All right, that's the way we had before. You know, John D. Rockefeller's cracker ass came through and fucked up medicine. Okay, so in verse 5, we'll read 4 again. Ecclesiastes 38:4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And he hath given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous works. With such doth he heal men and take away their pains. And there are natural herbs for healing pain. I believe cloves one of them. If you have tooth pain, cloves an excellent. You know, it'll numb your mouth, similar to that like Novocaine, or like what's that shit, Oragel. All right, it'll naturally numb your mouth. Okay, it has a strange flavor, but it'll do it. You know, there's what is it? Oh, man, there's so many. Just I'm trying to think of just things I could name. You know, for headaches, there's peppermint leaf, lavender, chamomile. You know, for immune boosting, you can use things as onions, garlics, ginger. You know, of course, horseradish. Anything spicy with capsaicin in it. All right, you can almost induce a fever with capsaicin, which will help burn out viruses and illnesses. It's capsaicin in itself also, which you get, you know, from peppers. All right, habaneros, scorpion peppers, ghost peppers, jalapenos, cayenne peppers. What's the other one? I use them a lot when I make salsa. Serrano peppers. All right, they all have different levels of capsaicin. All right, of course, I started with all the high capsaicin. You know, scorpion peppers, you know, and habaneros, and well, ghost peppers and habaneros. Now I'm scorpion peppers and ghost peppers ain't nothing to fuck around with, man. They sound dangerous for a reason. You know, they're super fucking strong. I don't think I've ever had a scorpion pepper. Well, I've never had a scorpion pepper in its natural state. I've had it in like foods and stuff, and ghost peppers the same way. But I have had habaneros just raw, and those things they're great for you, man. If you can put up with the heat, you know, that capsaicin, they have a higher amount of capsaicin, and capsaicin is a natural painkiller, all right, and it's also a natural immune booster, all right, boost your immune. That's why you see, you know, Issachar doesn't, you know, you don't see Issachar getting as sick as much as, you know, a lot of the other nations, because they're eating those peppers all the damn time, man, all the damn time. They throw them in everything, all right, and they're delicious. Okay, so keep that in mind. You know, these herbs, you know, garlic and ginger, and you know, and there's so many different herbs out there, man. You know, we got like a whole cupboard of them that we have here. That I have, you know, not all of them are mine, because you know that I only get certain ones, but you know, that there's stuff that I'm not even you know, versed with what to use them for. So you gotta look into the herbs. Look into, you know, their healing properties. You can just go to like, for example, just throw in, you know, rosemary's excellent. Rosemary, all right, herb benefits, all right, and then it'll say, look, headache, dysmenorrhea, whatever that is. What is this? Oh, menstrual pain. All right, they call it dysmenorrhea, menstrual pain. All right, for the ladies out there. All right, menstrual pain, headache, menstrual pain. I don't know why they just didn't say menstrual pain. Headache, menstrual pain, stomach ache, epilepsy, rheumatic pain. All right, so I guess that would probably help with rheumatoid arthritis, spasms, nervous agitations, improvement of the memory, hysteria, depression, as well as physical and mental fatigue. All right, and there's a lot of books out there that you can get. You know, you can start going and getting. I'd have to go and dig for it, so I'm not going to do it right now. But you know, you can find books. You know, there's a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lady, her name's actually Rosemary Gladstar. All right, she's bugged out though. Keep that in mind. All right, I'm not sure what she is. All right, but they call her the godmother of modern herbalism, and she does talk about, you know, some feminist stuff and some of that weird, you know, almost Hindu stuff, Mother Earth and shit. Ignore all that shit when you read her books. All right, skip right the fuck past that. And, you know, just they got excellent, you know, there's this book. She got a bunch of ones the ones that I like. This is one I'd recommend. This one. and there's a couple of them, but these ones is the ones I'd recommend. This one I've wanted to get my hand on a copy. I just haven't been able to. I've been trying to rent it out, but I just haven't been able to. But this is a whole book. Of course, it ain't gonna give me. It's a whole book. It's just called Fire Cider. And it's 101 different fire cider recipes, right? So that's interesting. So going back, this one's called Herbal Remedies for Men's Health. All right, I've read a little bit of that. That's great. This is the one I'd recommend. If you're just gonna get one book, get this one. Okay, this is her book. All right, Rosemary Gladstar, and it's called Herbs for Common Ailments: How to Make and Use Herbal Remedies for Home Health Care. And you can go through here and look. Let's see the art of making herb. Let's just see if we can get one recipe in here. She talks a lot too. That's the problem. We don't get a preview, but herbal tea. She talks about herbal teas and stuff. And there's ways you can get these books for free. It's not stealing. All right, you can also just buy the ebook or buy the book. All right, you can also just go to the library. You can see here, it's showing me libraries that I could go to in Vegas, all right, or just in Nevada, even in Henderson, that I could go to and rent this book, okay? You don't even have to buy the book. Go and rent it, use a screen, you can take pictures of the pages with your phone. You can write them down in a book, all right? You can, there's multiple different ways you can do it, man, okay? And there's some of those books, I guess I will go and show you, for your benefit. I'll try to see documents. No. Where do I have it in here? I might just have it in here. Yeah. Here we go. Check it out. These are the books that I'd recommend. Oh, here you go. Boom, right there. Herbs for Common Ailments. This is the full book. All right, you can go down here. Look, St. John's wort talks about salt, palmetto. All right, you got stevia, valerian. It also has recipes, but it also tells you, like, let's find out what here. Oh, here's some. I just had it. I love elderberry, man. I've been chewing on these elderberry gummies. All right, lately. And you can get them. You can get vegan ones too, man. They don't have no pork, nothing in them. Black pepper. What else? Yellow dock, yarrow, witch hazel. Wild yam, yams everywhere. All right, so let's go and get we'll just read this. Thyme. Thyme it says this is the best herb we have for stimulating the thymus, a major gland of the immune system. Thyme is a great pick-me-up when you have low energy. Damn, I might have to use some of that. It's an anti-spasmodic. It's anti-spasmodic, so it combats spasms. Are useful for lung problems and convulsive coughs, such as whooping cough. It's an excellent remedy for sore throats combined with sage. Shit, I'm learning. Give me a minute. I'm gonna take a photo of this. All right. It's it says head combined with sage, head colds combined with horseradish, and stiffness related to chills. Thyme also helps stimulate the body's natural defenses, and combined with echinacea, boosts the immune system. I was pronouncing this shit wrong for the longest time. I thought that shit was called echinacea, and I had that Jakeism. I just recently found out that's echinacea. I've heard the word, but I never, seen it spelt. So I knew it when it said echinacea, and then I saw it. I was like, echinacea? Really? I thought that shit was pronounced echinacea. So hey, the more you learn. But hey, man, they got recipes down here. Look, colds and flus, fire cider, boom. Tells you how to make it. 1 quart of apple cider vinegar. 1/4 cup of fresh, grated fresh horseradish. That's the other thing. When you get these things, man, you want to get them fresh. As much as you can, man. Like Sprouts, I know they have some herbs. They have an herb section in jars. Probably is as fresh as you're going to get it, man, unless you order it from online. Still, you don't know how fresh it's going to be. Hey, just use what you got, man. And just pray. 1 onion chopped, 1 head of garlic peeled and chopped, 2 tablespoons of powdered turmeric and cayenne pepper, 1 cup of honey, more or less to taste. And she doesn't say it, but if you can get Manuka honey, I think that if I'm pronouncing that right, that's the best honey to get. It's expensive as hell, though. Expensive as hell. Another thing she likes to talk about is lemon balm. I haven't been able to find lemon balm locally. That's something I'd have to order online. But there's one of the books. This book's called Herbal Medicine by Ann Kennedy. This is another great one that I like to use. This one right here is Bartram's Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine, and it's got a bunch of weird ads in here because I downloaded it from just some random site, but it's got the whole book in it, you know. I guess this is how it was, you know, looked originally, but it's you know, you can type in here if you got the, you can just type in here if you got the digital version. You can go to like I don't know, headache, and you can search through it. You can see, you know, just a bunch of different things, man. Bunch of different things, you know. You got medical herbalism. Now this one's a little bit more scientific. I like having this book just to have it, but it's kind of confusing. They say this is one of the best books to have, but they talk about a lot of stuff like T cells, and this is like hardcore scientific shit, you know, like really like you know, getting in there, like really getting in there, like medical level, like medical professional level almost. This one's kind of hard to use it sometimes, but it has some good things you can search for. And then finally this one, which I believe is no, different. This is the Modern Herbal Dispensatory. All right, medicine making guide. So those are the, and these are all, I think these are all available in the Occam Drive. All right, which is you can go to my channel. You can go to click here, and it's Occam Drive. I have a Google Drive set up, and you can. There's a bunch of stuff in here. You know, like photos and stuff. You know how the Israelites really looked. Camp signs. You know, I got you know, Paleo Hebrew fonts. All right, so you can type on your computer with them. I got you know, certain different videos. You know, edifying videos, the capitalist conspiracy, Gray State trailer in case that ever gets removed. I believe this is a study organization video by Brother Yuan. You know, I got some videos of some. This is that video of the healing prayer that I love to use. I got some GMS classics in here that I downloaded in case, you know, so you know, they don't ever get deleted because they're just on YouTube. I got them, you know, downloaded and all actually on hard drives. You got art if you want to use some. All right, some things over here. Over here, you know, different chariots. Some of my custom work that I've done, things that I've put together. You know, some just miscellaneous art. And if you go over to other, should be in there. This is books. Books they don't like you to know about. And I'll download this real quick. This should have the I'm not sure what's all in this. Yeah, a couple different things here. These yeah, so these are the books they don't want you to know about. All right, and I'm not gonna even name what they are because they don't want you to know about those books. And I don't know where the I don't know where they are. I guess I never uploaded them, but here, I'll do it right now. You can go to where is it? And I zip them up, you know, so they can't, you know, see what they are, because they'll try to get you for piracy and shit, probably. So, that's all we need. So I'm gonna let that upload while we're doing our thing. So that's that. So let's get back on track here. All right. So I showed you some resources. All right. Lord willing, those were edifying. Not edifying, but Lord willing, those are you know, helpful to you. We're gonna get back to the scriptures because that's where, you know, the importance of this whole lesson is. So I showed you some resources that you can use. You know, and really your search bar is your best friend, man, because you don't even need those books. You can literally go and look up herbs for just let's do arthritis. Okay. Ginger, willow bark, you know, look right here, Arthritis Foundation. They have a whole website for the arthritis. Look, you got infusions and teas. What it was, you know, let's see, comfrey, arnica. I've never even heard of that. Chili pepper extract, capsaicin. Yeah, because there we go. See, I told you, man. It ain't nothing that I came up with. These are natural herbs, man. Going back, herbs and prayer, the true medicine. Okay, and these will only really truly work for you, through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They might work a little bit for people that aren't in this truth, just because they have herbal, remedies. They are natural herbs, but they work, they're amplified through prayer. Okay, because the Lord's the one who does the healing at the end of the day. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Always love to grab this. We use it for judgment as well, but it's also for talking about, healing and being made alive. So Deuteronomy 32 and 39 says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So the Lord is the one that's doing all these things. He creates all these things. All right. He made everything. He is the creator, right? He made the plants. He knows what the plants are used for. He gave us those plants. All right. And, going back to Ecclesiastes 38 and 4, the Lord created medicines out of the earth, and he who is wise will not abhor them. He who is wise will not abhor them. So, they're useful, man, and you got to use them. All right. Because the Lord is the one who wounds. At the end of the day, he like it says, I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. So you can't just use the herbs. You got to use the herbs and pray. All right. That's the way that these things are effective. Okay. And it does work. All right. And for the prayers and the herbs to work, you have to believe they work, man. All right. You have to believe they work. Okay. So this is James 5, and we'll get to that later. And right after this scripture, we'll get into, you have to believe, man. That's part of the effectiveness of the prayers. All right. Well, that's the whole effectiveness of the prayer, and part of the effectiveness for the herbs, because these people, in the world, they might use, this helps my stomach. All right, but it's not going to help them as if they were a hopeful member of the elect that was praying in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They're not going to get the full healing potential out of those herbs that they're using, So, they might take lavender and it might, help them with a headache, but it's not going to help them as much as a member of the hopeful elect, okay? And we will, really a member of the elect, but we can't call ourselves the elect because we're not sure. We're hopeful that we are of the elect, all right? And Lord willing, we are. I, myself as well, my wife, you brothers and your wives, right? Out there, hey, that's what we're hoping. We're hoping we make it, man. So James 5 and 14 through 16, and this is for you brothers that have a camp, or the elders. You can even ask, on the comment board. I've seen brothers do it, hey, can you, I'm ill, or this is going down, can you brothers pray for me? And the brothers will pray for you. You might not have direct contact with the camp, but they can still pray for you from afar. So James 5 and 14 says, is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord. Now, you might not be able to be anointed with the oil, but you can still be prayed over, right? In verse 15, it says, and the prayer of faith, right? Faith is what? The evidence of things not seen, okay? The prayer of faith, the things, I want to get it. The faith is the evidence, the substance of, I want to get it precisely. Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. I want to get it 100% correct. Okay, all right. So it's faith is what? Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay, you don't see them, but you do feel them. Okay, and if you have a spiritual mind about you enough, you will start to see him as well. Verse 15, and the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise him up, and if he have committed sins, they shall be forgiven him. Verse 16, confess your faults one to another, and pray for one another that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Okay? So and we're pursuing righteousness, all right, to the best of our ability, right? We're trying to be as righteous as we possibly can. All right, we can't be perfect in the sinful flesh, but we're trying, right? So bear with me while I grab a drink. And if you need healing, man, you can just, if you need someone to pray for you, all you have to do is drop it in the comment, man. I'll pray for you, the brothers, the elders, when, as long as you're, a decent and ordered member of this truth, all right, and following after Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're a brother in this ministry, a sister, we will pray for you, we don't have any problem doing that, okay? But, you're not supposed to pray for these wicked people. So if you're all bugged out, come on our page, help in the name of and then you shoot, I'm not gonna even say the name, but these weird names, you're probably just gonna get taken off the page, because we're not supposed to pray for these wicked people like that. So, and hey, man, just turn right, hey, if you're feeling that you're calling on weird names, Turn back and start calling on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Guarantee you'll feel better. Guarantee you'll feel better. Once you drop all that weird stuff and start calling on the true name of the living power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you will feel better, man. You're not going to get no healing through it. And I hate to say the name. I'm not going to even say it. I don't feel like saying the name today. I don't even want the name coming out my lips. The J to the E to the S to the U to the S. All right? If you pray on that name, nothing's going to happen, man. Matter of fact, you might just get worse. So Mark 11:24, red letter, this is Yahushai speaking. It says Yahushai, right? Not the J word, all right? You got to pray in the true name, all right? The true names, all right? The Father, in the name of the Son, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Pray on, some fake names. You're not going to get healed, and more than likely, you're probably just going to get worse because you're pissing the Lord off, okay? Mark 11:24, therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that you receive them, and ye shall have them. If you're praying for healing, you got to believe you're going to be healed, man. You got to believe you're going to be healed. When you pray, you got to believe that you're going to be healed, and you will be healed. Sometimes it might take some time. I've been praying, and was it instantly better? No, it's not always going to be instantly better. The Lord's having you go through something. It's not an instant, you got to have, the Lord is also teaching us patience, okay? You got to realize that. So when, if you pray, and, it doesn't, you're not instantly 100% back to the, 100%, I feel 100% normal. You can't let that bug you out. You can't let that, affect your faith, okay? You got to let the Lord do his work, and it might take a little bit, but you got to pray and you got to believe that he's going to help you. Whether it takes a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, a week, however long it takes, the Lord will heal you, all right? And you will feel better. I can attest, when I've used these healing prayers, all right, most notably, notice I didn't say herbs. I mentioned prayers because that's the first and foremost importance is the prayers, then the herbs, okay? So, and a matter of fact, I'm actually going to change this. Because prayer should come first, okay? Prayer and herbs, the true medicine. Now, unfortunately, the picture that I have that I made for this lesson, it's backwards. It's got it still, but I want to make sure the title's at least right, okay? Prayer and herbs, herbs and prayer. Notice it doesn't just say, it doesn't, you could, if you had to cut any of these out, herbs would be the one you'd had to cut out because you can never cut out prayer, okay? Prayer and herbs. Prayer is more important than the herbs. The herbs are supplemental, all right? What does supplemental mean?
Supplemental.
All right? Provided to, in addition to which is already present or available to complete or enhance it. Okay? And not necessarily enhance the prayers, but it's only supplemental to your health. The prayer is what comes first, man. Okay? Prayer is what comes first. All right? That's the ultimate healing, prayer. Mark 11:24, therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. Hey, man, you got to believe and you got to pray. You got to pray and you got to believe. You got to believe and you got to pray. Right? So, that's what you got to do. You got to believe, man. You have to believe. Okay? And I want to touch on that. So we touched on prayer, and prayers, man, is the most important thing. You have to have the prayer. Okay? You have to. You cannot remove the prayer, all right? If you had prayer and herbs and you had to just remove something, you'd be better off removing the herbs than the prayer, because the prayer is which connects you, to the Father through the Son, So you have to have that prayer, man. It's extremely, extremely important. That's why these Christians are not getting healed, because they're praying in the wrong names and they're not praying correctly. They're praying, all together, holding hands, calling on the wrong name, and that's why their prayers are not being answered, man. Okay? So keep that in mind. I guess that's like my tagline now. Keep that in mind. I keep saying that all the damn time. I don't want it to get to be a extreme, like, okay, all right, okay, a street teacher always says. I don't want that to be the thing. Keep that in mind. I don't want that to be a new thing. So let's get Isaiah 28 and 38, Salakia. 20, God damn it. Isaiah 38 and 21. Okay, there we go. 38, 21. 38 and 21. 38, 21. This is Isaiah 38 and 21. For Isaiah hath said, let them take a lump of figs and lay it, Salakia. Let me start over. Isaiah 38 and 21. For Isaiah had said, let them take a lump of figs and lay it for a plaister upon the boil, and he shall recover. Now, a plaister is like, a bandage, like a plastering on something. All right, so you plaster a lump of figs on top of a boil, and he shall recover. Okay, so a situation where you had boils. All right, and Isaiah said, hey, take a lump of figs, all right, and plaster it upon the boil, and he'll recover. Now, we did this a long time ago, but if you look, there's a fig healing. There's a thing, Physin, I think it's called. Okay, and this is from, we've touched on this, is the Natural Library of Medicine. All right. This is potential applications of Physin in the production of traditional cheeses. So let's go back, not talking about cheeses, but it comes from, yeah, here it is. This might be the one. It comes from figs. What are the benefits of Physin? Physin healing. Fights biofilm, which is shit that gets on your teeth and stuff. Here it is. Labiotech. Fig enzyme could help fight infection and heal wounds. So you're telling me that the Bible said something correct? Of course it did. Everything it says is correct. All right, you guys are saying, oh, the Bible has no, it's just some made up phony blah, 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 blah. Huh, that's very interesting. Being that, I don't know, it says it was all the way back here, and they're just now discovering the shit. Oh, the fig enzyme can help fight infection. Who would have guessed? All the way back here in the Bible, it would talk about it. So you guys are idiots if you think the Bible isn't accurate. Because they're finding shit out just now scientifically. The Bible's been said. It's been said, man. And it took them all this. It's dumb, man. It's dumb. They're just, fig enzyme could help fight infection and heal wounds. Well, no duh. It said it right here. Isaiah said, let them take, for Isaiah had said, Isaiah 38:21, for Isaiah had said, let them take a lump of figs and lay it for a plaster upon the boil, and he shall recover. He shall recover. He shall heal. Why? Because fig enzymes could help to fight infection and heal wounds. Who would have fucking guessed? Who would have guessed? And these people, you know, they're doing all the scientific stuff just to find out what the Bible had been already told us. We'd already known. So, going back, it talks about biofilms, and we don't have to go read through the whole thing. You can go read it if you want. It says biofilms are a problem in different range of settings, from industrial sites to wound infections. All right, it talks about it, blah, 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 blah. All right, we don't need to go through all here, all right, because the Bible already told us that if you do it, he shall recover. All right, why? Because figs enzymes help fight infections and heal wounds. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. All right? Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed, right? That's why we have the Bible, all right? It's for help, all right? And for instruction, okay? So, these people just discovering this shit in 2017, it's nothing new, man. It's nothing new. Here's another one. 1 Timothy 5:23. Let me grab a drink. All right, 1 Timothy 5:23. Drink no longer water, but use a little wine. Wine. Stop. Dear Mormons, wine is not grape juice. Okay? Just putting that out there. Wine is not grape juice. Okay? That's not what it is. Okay? Because these Mormons, you can't drink alcohol. It's against the law. And God said not to. Well, why does it talk about, you know, all throughout the Bible, you know, hard drink, and alcohol, and wine, and why? Why? Well, it was talking about juice. No, it's fucking not talking about juice, you dumbasses. It's not talking about juice, okay? I'm not gonna take advice from someone that thinks, you know, melanated skin is the curse of Cain. I'm not gonna take advice from a fucking idiot that doesn't even know if it's okay to drink coffee or not because it's a brewed drink, but you can have herbal teas, but it is a brewed drink, but it doesn't have caffeine. But you can have caffeine, it's an energy drink. But these people don't even know what the fuck's going on, man. These people do not know what the fuck is going on. Don't listen to a goddamn Mormon. Oh, it's just talking about grape juice. No, it's not. All right, it was talking about wine. Nobody ever called grape juice wine. No one calls it that. Wine is wine. Grape juice is grape juice. Grape juice, wine. Grape juice, wine. Wine. Wine is an alcoholic drink. I bet you anything, man. Not anything. You know, it's a figure of speech. I bet if I go here, type it into the Blue Letter Bible, go here, find the word for wine, oinos, boom, bet it's going to say something alcoholic. Wine. It just says wine, okay? It just says wine. Of course, it's not going to, you know, wine. Goes back to the word wine. Wine as fermented. Fermented. Yeah, you're right. It's grape juice. Fermented grape juice, which is alcoholic. Makes you feel funny if you drink too much of it. All right, it doesn't say use a whole bunch. What does it say? 1 Timothy 5:23. Drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake and for thine often infirmities. Wine is well, even isn't wine an antioxidant? Let's look it up. Yeah, it is an antioxidant. How is red wine heart healthy? Antioxidants in red wine called polyphenols may help protect the lining of blood vessels in the heart. A polyphenol called resveratrol is one part of red wine that's gotten noticed for being healthy. Boom, bam. Let's look up red wine benefits, because that's where all the, by the way, red wine is where all the good, that's the good wine, not no white wines. It's mainly the red wine that's good for you. Blood pressure control, heart health, cancer risk reduction, reduced risk of Alzheimer's. Red wine, red wine. Yeah, everybody knows that song, right? So, it's not grape juice, man. It's wine, and it helps. Antioxidants, heart health, prevents Alzheimer's, so on and so forth. There's more. I'm sure there's more things, you know? So, I think it said something about cholesterol, too. So, keep that, hey, man. There I go again, saying keep that in mind. But, you know, these are, that is, you know, it's not an herb, but it's something from the earth, because it didn't mention just herbs. If we go back to Ecclesiasticus 38:4, it didn't say just herbs. What did it say? It didn't say just herbs. It said what? The Lord hath created medicine. This is Ecclesiasticus 38:4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Grapes come from the earth. All right? So keep that in mind. There I go again. I got to get better with that. That's the new thing. So it's right there. All right? Plain English. Okay? That medicine's out of the earth. So that's not just herbs. All right? It's vegetables, herbs, fruits. All right? And plenty of other things, man. Now, this is where we're going to close out. Psalms 52 and 7. All right? It's speaking of a prayer, all right, as Psalms are. But I want to go back and grab this real quick. Okay? So, and I didn't even remember that. I'm not bragging or boasting because I didn't even remember. I knew this had... I looked at it when I was there, and of course I saw it. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's got hyssop in it. I looked at all the ingredients, of course. But I didn't, really remember, that I didn't really know that hyssop was mentioned biblically, all right, until I was searching through the scriptures, all right, and then when we were reading this, I was like, oh shit, hyssop, all right, look at this, hyssop, Psalms 52 and 7, lo, this is the man, that's not the right one, I bet it's 17. No, there's no 17. How did I end up with this? Purge me. 51 and 7. Ah, fat fingered a 2 into there. Slovakia. Psalms 51 and 7. Slovakia. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Okay, white being a form of purity. Okay, so purge me with hyssop. Okay, let's go and get this in the Good News Translation. Says, it's speaking, figuratively, but because it removes the hyssop. But it mentions hyssop. It's not necessarily speaking of hyssop. It's talking, it's basically a prayer to the Lord asking for healing, but in this example, they used hyssop. Why? Because hyssop heals. All right, hyssop, health benefits. Alleviation of symptoms of gastrointestinal and respiratory tract infections and the common cold. Okay. What else? Used for digestive and intestinal problems, liver, gallbladder conditions, intestinal pain, intestinal gas, colic, lack of appetite, respiratory problems, coughs, common colds, respiratory infections, sore throat, and asthma. So that's why, yes, it was talking about a prayer in Psalms 51 and 7, but that's why it was used figuratively, okay, not literally, as in using hyssop, okay, because hyssop is known to heal, all right, and used as a reference to the Lord's healing, okay. And I'd highly recommend. I might go even take a little bit more of this after this. I might not. I might not. I'm not sure. Who knows? I might. Tastes pretty good too. So, hey man, Psalms 51 and 7, purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. And that's a prayer to the Lord too. So that shows you the prayers are important. And you can use herbs as well and things like that. These herbs are mentioned in the Bible. All right, these herbs are mentioned in the Bible because the Lord gave us these things, man. So that's been the lesson. Prayer and herbs, the true medicine. With that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing, Shalom.